Let's talk about 10 commonly asked questions about outsourcing your contact center. It's super easy to integrate now with all the cloud technology, right? So if you have a Zoho, a Zendesk, a Salesforce, pre-built integrations already made for most telephony platforms. If you have something that's proprietary, it's not a problem. Through simple APIs, we can connect to most data sources. If you need a VPN setup, we can do that as well. So again, connecting to systems is normally through integrations, right? So many pre-built integrations, are available through CX1 and Genesis in 5.9. Right? Connecting to data is no longer an issue in any contact center. And again, if there's some hardcore data that is not in the cloud, we can VPN into it. But for most processes, super easy integrations. So you normally pay one fee, right? At least with us. So that's a per hour, per minute charge. And with that, you get basically everything: the agent, the supervisor, the management, client services, all of your minutes, any technology that we already have pre-built into it, right? So you're not paying for anything. Dashboards, everything is included in that thing. If you want any type of advancements or a roadmap, we can talk that through. There would be kind of just an extra statement of work done for all that. But basically, with that one agent fee, you should be paying for everything. You should not be nickel and dime by BPO. Monitoring live calls it's no longer an issue, right? So every BPO out there, if they're hiding that, then that's a huge red flag. Again, with our platform and most platforms, you can put your cell phone number in and have it ring to your phone where you can monitor it. You can double click on an agent, listen to it through your computer, right? Live monitoring is now just something that should happen at all times. There normally are setup fees, right? For us, I don't remember a client that we had really that was over 10 grand, right? And they wanted kind of a more robust IVR. But for the most part, we charge, and most BPOs are in that, say, 1,000 to 20 grand range, depending on what you want, depending how difficult your integrations are. But for most BPOs, I would say under 5 grand. So this is something now that all BPOs, especially USA BPOs, have to do, right? You have to be a technology partner. No longer can we just have an agent in a seat answering calls or questions. You have to be a technology partner for every client. So yes, this should be part of your RFP process. How can you help us, from an AI model, from a self-service model, from an analytic model, increase our technology as we go through, and will that BPO be on the cutting edge? These are all huge questions now that maybe you didn't ask even 10 years ago. But again, the BPO should be a technology partner for you. Yes, make sure that you're asking for any type of certifications that you need, and have them make sure they show you proof of that. Or don't just say, yes, we are HIPAA or PCI compliant. Even if you don't have a PCI compliant type program where you're dealing with credit cards, I would still ask for it. It just kind of shows what kind of center you're working with. Everybody should be that PCI compliant, at least on the credit card side. And then, if they're getting into healthcare, obviously some HIPAA things, but there's some other SOC 2 certifications and things too that you can ask for. You should definitely, even in the work from home days that we are in now, you should still ask to visit the center. Right? You're not going to see as much as you used to, right? You come to ours, we're almost totally empty because everybody, all of our agents are work from home, but you still get a feel for the culture. You still get a feel for the people. Highly recommend visiting any center before you start a project. This is a question that we get a lot. What does training look like? And I think for the most part, most BPOs want the client to be a part of that initial training, right? You understand how you want it done, right? We need to learn that first time. So, we either want clients on site. We still do all of our training here on site. So the reps, agents have to come into the office for that, and then we send them home for work from home. But again, clients should have a huge say in what happens in that first train, and then the BPO should be able to take it from there, right? So any attrition training that we would then deal with and we would pay for, and we need to learn the process of how you want it done. So yeah, clients should be hugely involved in that initial training. I hope that kind of gives you an idea of what some of the main questions are, and kind of get your thought going to understanding what a BPO, where we're coming from, where you should be coming from too. If you have any questions, hit me up on LinkedIn, DM me here on TikTok, or visit our website, expivausa.com.